Good morning. It's the Lando Gardener coming at you. I hope today finds you well. It's a good day for me. Like a really good day. I'm so excited. We got panicles everywhere. Just wanted to do a video today about two trees. This tree right here, which is called Pickering mango. And this tree right here, that's called Glenn mango. Now, both of these mango trees are thrown out into the public as varieties that we most should start with. And this is a question that we're asked often in the mango and fruit growing community. What trees should we start with? Well, forever and ever, most people have always responded by saying Pickering. But at this point, in my understanding, and my life in the fruit growing community and this whole challenge about growing your own stuff, Pickering has a challenger. Yeah. Glenn is good. And it rivals Pickering in production. I think that on a scale of 1 to 10, they're pretty much equal when it comes to production and most properties. Now, some properties have a little bit of a problem. Not a problem, but their Glen is a little slower than in most. But for the bigger part, Glen will do its thing in most properties. Well, also so will Pickering. Pickering is the bomb. And again, for years, we told everybody to start with Pickering. And the reason being is that, first of all, it's pretty. It's a pretty tree. The growth habits are, whether you grow it in a pot or in the ground, I mean, there are a few leaves here and there that look kind of funky, but for the most part, if you look at these leaves, they're gorgeous. It is a pretty tree, and it grows pretty. The leaves are deep green. It's a really rich. Let me just grab a leaf. Nah, that's not it. That's super good. Let's go right here. They're pretty. They're pretty trees. And that it's not a giant tree, even though the original Pickering tree that's still alive right now, it's a big tree. Why? I don't know. But most Pickerings on most properties are like this one. And this tree here, let's get down, let's get squatty. This tree is probably about 6 years old, give or take. I don't recall pruning it much. I'll tip it, but I don't have to prune it much because it's semi-dwarf-ish. Or, as some would like to say, it grows really slow. But it's pretty. It has a nice growth habit, and it produces like a workhorse. And the fruit are really good. They're good. It's not like a lemon zest or lemon meringue or sugar loaf or P22, but it's a really good mango. It's consistent, it's disease resistant, and it's a tree you want to have on the property. Now, when it comes to Glen mango, the growth habit on it also is slow. It's not a fast grower. My Glen tree that we just came from over there, it's about the same. It's about the same in age, and it's about the same height, same size. And I actually have three Pickerings, two in the ground, one in the pot, and they all produce. But the Glen, the only, okay, let's say a drawback it would be for Glen. It does have the potential for powdery mildew, as most trees. Pickering, a lot less. When I've dealt with powdery mildew here on the property, Pickering is one of the trees that powdery mildew just can't seem to Bruce Lee. It just can't seem to Commando. It just can't seem to Predator. It can't seem to do that. It seems to be, Pickering seems to be really, really disease resistant. Now, Glen is pretty disease resistant on my property as well, but it does get affected by powdery mildew if the powdery mildew starts to try to take over the property. But this one, Pickering, and I hope I'm not getting tongue tied, doesn't seem to have that issue. So that is one up when it comes to the Pickering. And but there's also another one, a one up as far as with the Glen. Now the Glen mango, it tastes better. It's similar. Matter of fact, y'all remind me, let's do a taste testing this year. Glen versus Pickering. As a matter of fact, let's do even better. When you come to the property, I'm gonna have you taste Glen versus Pickering. Let's do that. We'll taste them together. Let's do that. But Glen has a little bit fruitier taste. You get mango and what percentage? 25% fruit punch. So it's about equal with growth habits, equal with production, disease resistance. Pickering is better than Glen. Flavor profile, Glen is better than Pickering. They're good mangoes. These are the trees you want to start with. And they are so consistent. And look at the size of this tree trunk. I should have got down there with the Pickering. Awesome signs. I think everybody getting these signs now. Woo. But if I had to pick one that I would have on the property, if I just like y'all are like Orlando Gardner, what would you prefer if you just had to have one? Both. I would have both of these. So if you're starting out with growing mangoes, if you want to pick some trees, make sure that you pick Glen and Pickering. Again, they're running neck and neck. Both of them got its plus. And I don't even want to say minuses because they're really not a minus. It's just the way it is. And good trees, y'all. Good trees. Oh, size. Pickering and Glen, Pickerings can be bigger. But you can get Glens to be a little bigger if you take some of them off the tree because it wants to produce a lot of fruit. But I have had Pickerings varying in sizes. The Glens are pretty consistent, but in size, Pickering is a little bit bigger. And Pickering has these tears. I think they're called anthracnose tears. They're little lines that's on the skin. Don't let those lines, those blemishes, if you would, fool you because that's just the way those fruit are. There's nothing wrong with the flesh on the inside. These trees are about equal, y'all. I like both of them. And if I would recommend trees to start with, it would definitely be these two. I think they have similar origins. I think Glenn and Pickering both come down from Hayden. I know that Glenn does, but Pickering, I'm not 100%. But anyway, this is just a review on the Glen tree and the Pickering tree. This is the Orlando Gardener coming at y'all. It's a beautiful day here in Orlando, and it's beginning to look a lot like Pantycos everywhere you go. Y'all have a good one. Like, share, and subscribe. See you soon.